Hey girl, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be playing around with the P Louise box for the month of August. So for the month of August, we got the pink palette, we got the two liquid bronzers, and we also got the primer. So I'm just going to start with the primer, and it's pink. It's a nice hydrating primer. I've been using this primer non-stop since I've got it. Today, I wanted to play around with a little bit of underpainting. So we didn't get to pick our shades, which is unfortunate because we're going to get shades that more than likely don't work for us. I was fortunate enough that this one really does work nicely for me. These blend out like a dream. Honestly, I can use this darker one on top. I just have to be very light-handed with it. Now, I've only personally done underpainting a few times. It's not really my thing. I just wanted to show you, like, if you did get these and they're way too dark for you, that you can use them in other ways, so that way you can get use out of them. Because it does suck to get stuff in your subscription boxes that you can't use. So first of all, I'm going to start off with concealer, and this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. And this is definitely a lighter shade than I need. We're going to need to keep it nice and light in the center because we're going in with such a dark bronzer. So I'm just going to blend this out. So basically, underpainting is just doing your concealer and your bronzer first before you put foundation on top of it. So that's why you can use a darker shade for bronzer, because you're going to be covering it up with foundation. You can pop these off. I already squeezed mine through the little sponge, so I'm not going to pop it off. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit through the sponge, and I'm going to lay down the color. Now I'm just going to take a small brush and start blending this out. Again, this really does blend out very nicely. Same thing for this side, just blending it out. We're gonna look crazy. This one, you really have to trust the process, because at the end, it's gonna look fine. But at first, we're gonna look pretty crazy. And I'm just going to go in and blend out. I really feel like when you do underpainting, it looks more natural. Even though when you're doing it, it does not look more natural. You look a little bit crazy. I'm just blending back and forth. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm going to use the Juvia's Place foundation. Now, this foundation pulls very yellow on me, but again, by the time we get everything blended out, it'll be fine. And we're just going to start in the areas where there is no contour first. And we're just going to blend around the edges of the contour, just like this. Now, I've only used one pump so far. And then you can start blending over top of the contour. So essentially, you're covering it up. Same thing down here. Make sure you bring it over top of that contour. And that's pretty much it. That's all underpainting is. I actually seen this on Tati's channel. Scott Barnes did this on her. This is his technique, I believe. I don't know, it's just not really a technique that I use a lot, but I just really wanted to get on here and show you what you could do if you did receive a shade that is too dark for you. I'm gonna go ahead and add a liquid blush. Also gonna add some liquid highlighter. Going to set the under eye with a little bit of the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is the pink powder. So now I'm just going to set that bronzer with my Physicians Formula bronzer. Now I'm just going to take my Manna Kadar blush and I'm going to set the blush down. So let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to go into, I think, this shade right here for my transition area. And this one is called Rosy Future. And I'm just going to start packing that into the crease. And of course, we're going to bring it up to the brow. These shades are so pigmented and pretty. Same thing for this eye. Just working it into the crease and then bringing it up to the brow. I'm literally like so excited for next month's box. I cannot wait to get next month's box. The palette is like the cutest thing I've ever seen. That's one thing that's really fun about P Louise is how over the top their packaging is. So for the outer corner, I think I'm going to mix a couple of shades. I think I'm going to mix Wardrobe with Wednesdays. And I'm just going to start packing that on the outer corner here. Same thing for this side. I'm just trying to get it laid down right now before I blend it out. Now I'm just going to flip the brush to the other side and start blending out right above my crease. on both sides. And they blend out so nicely. I'm gonna go back in with my first color and just blend out over top. Don't want any harsh lines. Gonna do that for both sides. Go back with the darker brush. I'm just gonna kind of like switch back and forth on the brushes. And I'm only taking this about halfway. I'm not bringing it all the way around into my crease this time. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna go in with a flat brush and I'm gonna go into this shade right here. And this shade's called Clueless, and I'm gonna put this on the front part of my lid. These shades are just so pretty. This shade is so bright. I'm just gonna blend it into that darker shade. Same thing for this side. Just going in and adding this on the front part of the lid. So now I'm just going to kind of blend this shade right up to that darker shade. Going back with that first brush and blending out. And I'm just gonna go back into this outer corner and just build up that dark shade a little bit more. Just blending out this front shade up to the brow a little bit. Just blend out a little bit more. So I'm gonna take a little flat brush and I'm gonna go into this pink shimmer shade right here, which is called Pink Culture, and I'm just gonna highlight the brow bone. Go back with this other brush and just blend out. Going to take a small pencil brush and mix this shade with this shade here, and we're going to smoke out the bottom lash line. I'm also going to take this pink shade and put it on the inner corner. I'm going to put a black eyeliner in my waterline. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to go in with this Rashabi Cosmetics liner. And then I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of this LA Colors lipstick. So I went in and put on some Ioni lashes, and now I'm just going to use a little bit of this L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara on the bottom lashes. And then I'm just going to finish the look off with a little bit of Milani Make It Last setting spray. Okay, girls, so this is the completed look. I love how it turned out, and I do not usually love an all matte look. I only have like shimmer in the inner corner and the brow bone, which is so different for me. If you know me, girl, you know I love glitter. I love to shine. So this is a different look, but I absolutely love it. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about underpainting? Are you going to give it a try? I think that it looks pretty natural. If you got a shade of this bronzer that is too dark for you, this is absolutely an option that you could try, play around with, and see if you can use it with the underpainting technique. If you do try the underpainting technique, please let me know. I love to hear from you guys down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!